Truth talk. Really talk, truth talk. Same difference. Same difference. What's up, y'all? Money Monday in full effect. We're a couple minutes late because of Nadya, but it's all good. Just kidding. It's not Nadia's fault. It's technology, you know? You love, hate technology, right? It is what it is. It's probably somehow my fault, but it's all good. We're here. We're excited. I hope you're excited as you're hopping on and you're watching the replay viewers. Make sure you check in. Let us know what time you're watching the replay, where you're watching the replay from, and drop some flame emojis if you're excited for this conversation, because I've got not one, not two, but 3 TikTok rock stars. Plus, I know a thing or two about a thing or two.
Oh, baby.
Over on the TikTok. Nadia's here as well, somewhere in the background.
Prideful, baby. Be prideful.
Hanging out, having fun. But I'm really excited because we're going to have a conversation that's going to help those of you that are wanting to build your businesses leveraging the hottest social media platform out there today. In fact, in all of our years building a network marketing business, building other income streams, building our personal brand, leveraging social media, the 20 years we've been in business, essentially, we've never seen a platform that's better for an online entrepreneur. That's better for someone wanting to build a business, generate leads, and earn income from home. And if you're excited about this conversation, let us know in the comments. I see a lot of flames coming in. I see a whole lot of you hopping on. What's up? What's up? We got Heather and Nadya and Kimberly and Kathleen, Lisa, Michelle, Jenny. What's up? We are live on YouTube. We're live on Periscope /Twitter. And of course, we're live all over Facebook, on my profile, the business page, My Lifestyle Academy. And for those of you that are in business, those of you that are wanting to generate leads, you're going to want to buckle up, because this is going to be some really good training, some tips and tricks and just strategies that can help you create success leveraging TikTok. And here's the thing. It's not just about TikTok. Sometimes we talk so much about TikTok that people think it's just about TikTok, but it's actually about short form video. Short form video is the future to video marketing. In fact, you see Instagram now heavily pushing Reels. That's their version of TikTok. You see YouTube and Snapchat, they have their own version of TikTok. Facebook will eventually have their own version of these short form videos for their platform as well. And, you know, LinkedIn, all the platforms are going to have these short form videos. It is the future. It's here. It's the future. It's the now. You got to get on board. Plus, even if you don't necessarily love TikTok, you're going to have people on your team that are going to crush it using TikTok. So, you know, it's funny. I had a leader just recently go, you know, I don't want to dance and I don't want to do all these things. And I'm like, first of all, we're not dancing in our videos. In fact, I think most of the people that I'm going to interview today, they're not dancing in their videos. Maybe once in a while. All right, you want to shake your booty once in a while, go for it. There's nothing wrong with that. But the point is, you don't have to dance, number one. But number two, their big thing was they had so much going on and their business is booming. They've got all this momentum. But I'm like, do you have people, and I want all of you to answer this question, do you have people on your team that are maybe struggling with lead generation? They're struggling with their warm market. How many of us have a not so great warm market? Like, our friends and family are not the best when it comes to supporting us in our business. And we would love to have people that don't know us, that find us, follow us, connect with us, buy from us, join us. Would anybody like to have more people reaching out that you don't know, asking you about your product or opportunity? I'm pretty sure all of you would want that. So smash the heart button if you're excited for this conversation, because I've got Jen Goodall, I got Johnny Blue Eyes, and I got Jen Acosta in the house, and all of them are crushing it on TikTok. They're all having their own success, doing it in different ways, and they're going to share some value, some tips. In fact, smash the heart button if you're excited about this. I want to share some of their stats, some of their numbers, because how many of us are like detail oriented? You're like, give me the facts, give me the stats, give me the goods. So check this out. Jen Acosta, as an example, she had one video reach over 1 million views and another that's still growing daily in less than a week. And it has 2.2 million views, probably more than that since she sent this message over. Over 10,000 comments. When's the last time y'all had a video on Facebook or YouTube get 10,000 comments in a week? Almost 650,000 likes. And many others with 10,000 to 500,000 views and above. Just in the last 2 months, through TikTok specifically, she's made thousands in product sales, sold over 15,000 in coaching / courses and one-on-one services, and it has people asking her every day what she does. Jen Goodall, she's been using TikTok for a hot minute as well, since November. All right, so just a handful of months. She went from 700 followers to 40,000 followers in a matter of months. She's had the most sales she's ever had, like literally record-breaking sales in her network marketing business since being on TikTok. And she has several on her team that have actually duplicated using TikTok for promoting products that are selling anywhere from 15,000 in a month to 30,000. Would anyone else love those results? Smash the heart button. And then Johnny Blue Eyes, who him and I just connected recently on Clubhouse. I had already seen him on TikTok crushing it. So when we connected on Clubhouse, I'm like, dude, I got to interview you. We're going to have a TikTok training and I got to have you on. He's got 600,000 followers and he grew, check this out, in 1 month, in November, he grew by 300,000 followers in 30 days, 28 million views per month that month. So I just wanted to share some specific details with you because these are just a few examples and we've got countless examples just like it. So get on the TikTok train. We'll answer some questions throughout if we can. I'll try to monitor the questions, but I really want to get into this. I want you to hear from Jen, and Johnny. All J's. I'm just realizing we got two Johns, two Jens. Anyway, hopefully you don't get too confused. We're going to have some fun. We're going to get into it. So share this with your teams. Tag anyone you know that would like more leads, more sales, and they would like to build a bigger business. Tag them, share this, all that good stuff. So I'm excited. Jen Goodall, we're going to start with you. Hopefully you are good with your audio.
Yes.
Yes. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yep.
Super duper fantastic. So I would love for you to start off, Jen. First of all, just share with us where you were and maybe even one or two of your objections prior to getting on TikTok. Because I'm sure you were like most people, you're like, what is this app? Like, I'm not dancing. This isn't for me. Maybe you could talk about that and then how you kind of got started using that platform. I think that would be amazing.
Yeah, totally. Well, first, thank you for having me. Super pumped to be here with these guys. Oh, is it?
Oh, no, you're good. Nadia's.
Okay. Like, where'd everyone go?
No,
so I first started using TikTok, just playing around with it in, I would say, the summer of last year. And I first got on and I was like, everybody's doing these dances and I'm the least coordinated person on the planet. So I did a few dances. I tried to be funny. I tried to be everything that I'm basically not. And I gave up after about a week because I was like, this doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel like me. And also it wasn't really working. I wasn't really growing any followers. I had like 700 followers. So I just went, I don't see how this relates to my business at all. So I gave up. After a couple of weeks, I stopped posting. And then in the month of October, I saw a woman in my company hit 50,000 in sales. And I went, success leaves clues. So I'm going to dig in and figure out what is she doing? And I looked at her Facebook page and I didn't see like much presence there. And I went, okay, she's not building this rockin' sales, customer pod from Facebook. She didn't have much of an Instagram presence. And I was so confused. I'm like, what is she doing? So then I kept digging and I found her on TikTok and I went, what is she doing? I think she had about 35,000 followers. So a big number, but not like crazy. She didn't have 1 million followers or hundreds of thousands of followers. So I went, okay. And then her videos were literally just her talking to the camera. She wasn't dancing. She wasn't singing. She wasn't being funny. And I related to that. I was like, I can do that. I can educate. I can just share my story. And so literally I decided in that moment, it was like November 1st. I'm like, I'm going to start doing more TikTok videos and I'm just going to educate. I'm going to tell my story. I'm going to talk about my favorite products and why they're my favorite. And I'm going to show my results and just see what happens. Well, that was, like I said, November 1st-ish. I had about 700 followers. And then it went up to, I think I'm almost at 40,000. I'm like 39,000 or something now. Wow. But here's the crazy thing. I just told these guys before we came on, I had a bit of an experience last week with some haters. Kind of took me out of the game. I'm just gonna put it out there. There's some haters on TikTok. Okay. You need to put on your thick skin and don't worry about those guys. But literally, I have not done one video since last Wednesday, because that's when it all went down. And I am almost 3,000 in personal sales from TikTok, from old videos that people just keep buying. They keep buying. I'm like, what is going on? And so
can we just talk about that for a second, though? First of all, that is one of the caveats to being on TikTok. You'll get in front of people you don't know, which is great for lead generation, but it sucks because sometimes you'll get some haters. So, I'm realizing I'm not sure. So it's good because you're getting in front of strangers. It sucks because you might get in front of some strange people. But with that being said, I think what's really great is that you had a video or videos that you did weeks or even months ago that are still generating leads and sales. And I want you all to think about that. When is the last time you had an Instagram or a Facebook video generate leads, videos that you did weeks prior, months prior? Like, how often does that happen? Not often is the answer. So that's number one. Number two, think about your own news feed. Think about when you scroll on Instagram or Facebook. Do you know the people or not know the people? And I know for me, most of the time when I'm scrolling, I know the people that are on Facebook and Instagram, the people that I see in my news feed, right? Where's my news feed, right? But on TikTok, you're going to notice they call it the For You page. It's a lot of people you don't know. But with that being said, I also shared a tip with Jen. I'm going to share this with all of you. There's actually something in the settings where you can go into the settings and block keywords. So if there are certain keywords, like maybe it's swear words that you don't want in the comments of your videos, maybe your kids follow you or whatever, or maybe you don't want them to say the word fake or scam, or, there's some nasty people out there and all they want to do is trigger you, right? And Jen and I were talking about that. Their whole goal is to stop you. They want to slow you down or stop you completely. So, the fact of the matter is you can always block these people, but you can also block keywords so that they literally, even if they say that word, it's not going to show up in the comments. So, but Jen, I'm glad you mentioned that, because it is tough sometimes, right, to keep going when, there's some haters, or as Nadya likes to call them, trolls with goals. But on the flip side, how awesome is it that you're still generating leads and sales from videos you did weeks ago? Like, I just think that's so incredible. So keep going. I just wanted to point that out.
It's amazing. And I built, so I've been in the profession for 6 years. I'd say the first 3.5 or 3 years, I built pretty much all in person. When I took my business online, I definitely leveraged Facebook, and Facebook is absolutely still an incredible platform. And I love stories. I think a lot of my team who's not using TikTok are having a ton of success using Instagram stories and then repurposing to Facebook stories. And people love the behind the scenes of what do you do during your day? What products are you using? Why do you love them? So Facebook's amazing. Instagram's great. Reels are popping off like crazy. But for me, I was the person who wanted to be on every platform, and I burned myself out. So I realized I needed to pick one and just go in full on and just be an expert on one platform. And so Facebook was that for me. Now that I've seen these results on TikTok, I've shifted gears totally. And now I just repurpose some of my TikTok videos over to Instagram. And ironically, I worked so hard to build my Instagram for years. I was doing all these mini blog posts and adding value and getting literally hiring photographers to get all these amazing pictures and making all these IGTVs. And it was a lot of work. And I couldn't grow a following to save my life. Now, all I do is I just post TikTok videos onto Reels. And now I'm growing like crazy on Instagram. It makes me so mad. But anyway.
Well, and that's the thing, right? It's some people are working so hard and they're not getting results. And so sometimes people ask us how do I know if I should start on TikTok, or, because they worry about overwhelmed, or do you think I should be over there? And I'm like, listen, if you are crushing it on Facebook or you're crushing it on Instagram and you have so many leads you can't keep up, keep doing what you're doing. Mm-hmm. But I think we can all agree that the majority of people in network marketing are still having to prospect. They're still having to reach out to people. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with that, right? I teach that. I do that, right? Now, I don't reach out to people and immediately go for the, hey, are you keeping your business options open and making money online? But, I connect, I make friends, I do the deal. But, I think you can't put a price tag on having a platform where it's hot, it's fresh, it's fun, it stretches you, it puts you outside your comfort zone, right? Doing things you wouldn't normally do. It's definitely a totally different video platform than any other platform out there. And I think there's just, there's so much value in showing up and sharing your story and having fun with it and hopping on the trends. And, Jen, one thing that you've done a really great job with is that, you consistently post, except for this past week, right? You just needed to take a step back. But I think it's really cool that, you'll start getting questions. You'll start getting people commenting on your TikToks. And then what you're doing is you're responding to those questions with a whole new video. And I know you do this consistently. When you were really like hitting it hard in that first couple months, how many videos on average were you doing before like you got used to using the platform, before you got used to making those TikTok videos?
Yeah, I'll admit it. At first, I was a little bit nervous because I didn't understand how to make a video. And I felt like in my mind, I was like, video editing is hard, but it's actually really, really simple. And it probably took me maybe like 5 videos before I was like, okay, I got this. And every now and then I see a different feature and I'm like, oh, what's that? And I maybe implement that. The thing about TikTok is it likes when you try new things. And if there's something trending, like if there's a song that's trending, if there's a filter that's trending, or anything like that, they like that if you use it. So, that's one tip, is just try to implement and throw a few of the little gadgets and things in there every now and then. But really, like, the thing that has worked the best for me was sharing my story and doing it in a way that is like, so what's in it for the person watching? Because nobody cares if you just brag. They want to know what's in it for them. So always remember what's in it for them. And so I shared my story and I was like, here's what my life looked like before. Here's what I didn't like about it. Here's what I found that helped me change the game. And now here's what my life looks like. Here's what I'm building in the future. Oh, and by the way, if you have any of these things, or if you're stuck in the same way as I was, know that there's a path forward. Follow me, comment, and I can help share with you what I did.
I love that
video I did in like the first week of November. I still get comments every single day on that video. And it's all people that are like, because I have a corporate background. So I talk to people in corporate. I'm like, the 9 to 5 was not for me. It was sucking all my energy. Like, I talked about all the pain points. Right. And literally people who are watching that, who are in that moment of their life right now, are going, get me out of this. I want that. I'm so inspired. And so they reach out to me and they're like, tell me what you did. I'll do anything. And
well, one thing I'll say about you too is you're very genuine. Right. You're very genuine when you talk about your story, you talk about, the pain that you were experiencing. And actually, for those of you taking notes, write this down: PSR, problem, solution, result. So whenever you want to like brag about something or talk about something that you're excited about, you're passionate about, maybe a product, maybe your opportunity, whatever, always start with where you were, problem. Nadya, what's happening here? Oh, the whole screen just went blank, just so you know. Sorry, Nadya. See, through it again. Hopefully it's everybody can see me okay. Anyway, so just think about that when you're creating your content, you're telling your story. Don't just go straight into like, here's how I lost all this weight and this is why I'm so successful. Because people actually despise someone that is just sharing their victories without the struggle, right? So I think that's really important. And also, I wanted to say this: what's your username? Because I want everyone watching to go follow you and go love on your posts, just to recreate some positivity moving forward. What's your username, Jen?
My username is Jen, Jenn, Goodall Biz.
It's right here on the screen, baby.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go, right there. Goodall Biz, B-I-Z.
Goodall Biz, B-I-Z. And yeah, like, listen, it happened really fast. I mean, I'm going to hear these next two Johnny and Jen's stories, and I'm blown away by what they've done. But literally all people want is value. So teach them something or inspire them and make sure they understand that they can do it too.
Right.
And they will follow you and ask you how, and then you can share with them. The thing too is, I know, I've seen a lot of comments saying, well, you're not allowed to promote your MLM. You are allowed to talk about your product. That's not an issue. They don't want you talking and promoting a business directly. So watch my videos and you'll see how I strategically talk about my opportunity. I strategically say certain things so that they don't report me. So that's the one thing on TikTok is if people want, they can report your video and then it will actually get taken down. So if you have a look at how I position things, I'm strategically positioning it so that I won't get reported. And if somebody comes in and they're really a hater and they say like, this is a pyramid scheme and I'm going to report you, then I immediately block them and delete their comments so that they can't report me. So,
right. And here's what I'll tell you guys, you got to almost treat it like affiliate marketing. Like affiliate marketing is never going to be a bad thing. What they're trying to avoid are the people that are out there trying to recruit recruiters, and they're treating it. Actually, this is the thing that stinks about MLM is there's a lot of companies out there and old school leaders that all they're trying to do is recruit people. They're just trying to hit them over the head with the $2,000 packs. And then, 3, they get 3, they get 3, 2, they get 2, they get 2. And it's like, that's why people don't like network marketing. It's like, who's selling the product, right? So this is why when you look at Jen and a lot of her top producers, they're leading with product. They're sharing their story. They're absolutely crushing. I mean, she has people on her team that have 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 followers just from November. And they're maybe promoting their opportunity here and there, like in a subtle way, but they are crushing it because they're mostly focused on value first, just like we always talk about. If you follow us, you know the deal. We're all about value, be a human first, a marketer second, right? Just be a good person, have fun, put your personality out there, like stop holding back. Too many people are so afraid to put themselves out there because they're worried about being judged. And I just think that the reason TikTok blew up this past year, because it's a fun platform, right? People are just goofy over there, or they're doing, pranks, stunts, they're dancing, they're, sharing inspirational ideas and stories. I mean, just show up consistently, play with the platform. You'll figure out your messaging, your brand, your niche, all of that. And we will attach our blog post, Nadya?
Yeah. Once we're done with the live.
So once we're done with the live, we'll link to our blog post. Because I see some of you are like brand new and you're just getting started on TikTok. We actually have a blog post, TikTok for beginners. So I think that'll help you out immensely. But Jen, I appreciate you. We might come back to you if we have enough time, but you're crushing it. Just, don't worry about the haters. Focus on the positive. That's right.
Jen.
That's right. You're killing it, you're crushing it. And, it's like, anytime you want to play big, right? Anytime you want to show up consistently, anytime you want to start, putting yourself out there and you want to do something that's against the grain, against the norm. Once you start doing that, just realize you're going to have some individuals sipping on the haterade, right? And haterade's got to be your Gatorade. It's got to motivate you. It's got to drive you. And quite honestly, and I love what Gary Vaynerchuk talks about because he gets a lot of haters on his stuff. It's like the bigger you are, the more you get, these individuals that come out and they have nothing else better to do. And he feels sorry for them. So he'll respond to them with positivity, kill them with kindness. And if they're really nasty, like Jen said, delete and block. But a lot of people, it's like they're just trying to get a rise out of you. They're trying to trigger you. So have fun with the platform, put yourself out there, and you'll see what happens here in the next 30, 60, 90 days. And then you can come back and tell us the results you're getting. So Johnny Blue Eyes, what's up, brother? Excited to have you on. And, Johnny is a great example of someone that got on the platform and started to figure out very quickly that a lot of people wanted advice, help, tips, ideas on how to use TikTok. And he used that to help people. He used the platform to help people create TikToks. And from there, he absolutely blew up. For those of you that got on late, he's got 600,000 plus followers and put 300,000 of those followers on in 30 days. Like literally doubled his following in 30 days with millions and millions of views and is absolutely crushing it. So Johnny, what's going on, man? Excited to have you here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, John. This is awesome. Thank you.
Like,
Yeah, it's been a crazy ride. Honestly, I literally had to slow down a bit.
and
There's
I
too
would love
much.
for you to maybe talk about where you were prior to getting on TikTok and why you're absolutely loving that platform.
I was nowhere. I was literally nowhere. I was not on social media. I'm a global account executive for Dell Computers, working for large corporations, corporate style. I talk to companies, I handle some of their biggest accounts. I was nowhere on social media, neither did I have an interest until I watched a Gary V show, and he's like, if you need to be on TikTok. And I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna start to take a little dip into the social media world, and yeah, found what it's funny is, like, when I started, it felt like I was going back to a childhood of mine when I was making drawings on paper and making stories. That's exactly how it felt. So I felt like I felt back right in my youth. Oh, did we lose audio?
No, you're good. You're good. I was just muted.
Okay.
You're good. I started talking. I was listening to your story, and maybe you could share with everyone, like, what was it like? How long did it take you to figure out, like, this is what my niche is going to be? And then what exactly do you feel, in your own words, what has your niche become?
Yeah. So the moment I stepped on the platform, I wanted to help people. I'm almost 40 years old now. I've been very fortunate in my life. I come from a, fairly normal background. I worked on the farm. My parents had enough money to have a roof and put food on the table, but I can't say like we were rich. We were rich in love, I should say that. I came from this kind of background, and I grew up and was stricken by some very, people that I have a lot of respect for today under the wings, and grew up to the personality that I am. And then, I step on TikTok, wanted to do the same, but at a scale, right? So that was my first objective. I started, if you go on my page right now, on my TikTok page, you'll see at the bottom is my first video. I kept all my first videos there. And I'm talking about, bullying, because I was badly bullied at school. I was talking about how to find a job in a large organization and all these things. And then I started to, this wasn't working. So I started to try to do funny things like everybody else that does. I refuse to dance. I'm a terrible dancer. I was never, every time I do, it's funny. Every time I do, I have those pity comments, but I refuse to dance on the platform. Anyway, so start to do this. I'd say probably 3 months in the TikTok, I made one video about a trend, and then some people, because it was a bit more advanced trend where you need to do some visual effects. And so people asked me, like, how do you do this? So I said, all right, I'll post a video. And then that video just blew up, like 1 million views. And that was it. That was the start.
And when was that? Like, how many months ago?
That was in April, I think. Yeah, I'd have to go back, but somewhere March.
And then when did you start? When was your first video?
So I've been on the platform just over a year now, January 20th.
So there you go.
That was my first video.
That's good for everybody to hear, right? So January, February, March, right? You were kind of like just playing with it. You had no plan. You didn't have like your avatar and your brand figured out, right? So many people, we get analysis paralysis, because most of the people watching this, Johnny, are in direct sales, network marketing. They're online entrepreneurs, affiliate marketers, network marketers, whatever. And sometimes we get caught up in our own head, right? We're overthinking, over processing, like what we need to do, what we should, post about. And it's like, in the beginning, you just do exactly what you did, right? You feel it out, you figure it out as you go. And then
failing is the best.
Yeah. No, but I love that. In April, you figured out because somebody said, hey, how'd you do that? And that was kind of like your starting point. It hasn't even been a year and you got 600,000 plus followers. That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the moment right now, I'm at the point in my, I'd say, TikTok journey that I kind of know what I need to post to revive the account. Like, I stopped for a month and then I came back and I found, so this is one thing I think is super important for everybody that's watching right now, because we all have a busy life. If I give my example, I have my day job, my career, which, I sometimes travel, not anymore, but, I used to travel a lot. I have my career. I have 2 children, young age, 5.5 and 3. And then my wife is starting her own business in, skincare products, and I'm helping her in the background with the operations, because I'm a business background. So I'm helping her with this. So amongst all of this, I had to find a template. I need to be super efficient with my time. I had to find a template that works for me. If you go on my page right now, all the videos that I have there takes less than 30 minutes to make. And, I posted 6 of them yesterday because I was like, I hadn't posted for a while. So I'm like, I need to kick it back. And 3 of them are already over 150,000 views. I kind of know what to do. And the template is super simple. So when I do, because a lot of people are asking me, like, can you help me with my TikTok? What I do, the first thing I do is like, okay, how's your schedule? How do we make a type of content that works with your schedule rather than doing the opposite, trying to fit something? Because people that try to fit something, doesn't work.
Right. You almost have to treat it like a part-time job. So we tell people when you're starting your own business, you have to have like hours of operation, because you're not going to become successful on social media, building a business by winging it and just kind of like, I'll just figure it out day to day, see if I can squeeze it in. I think that's a really great tip, especially for people that have a full-time job, right? You have a full-time obligation, responsibility, whatever. Like maybe you do your TikToks on the weekends and you batch content. Maybe you do it in the evenings after a certain hour, maybe from 6 to 8 or 8 to 10, whatever that looks like. But I think that's a great tip. And you posted, I just want to point this out, what you said, you posted 6 yesterday.
Yeah.
But then prior to that, you said you took a step back. Was it like a week off from posting TikTok?
I posted 1 video, actually 3 videos in a week. So, I took a little bit of a break. I don't say, to do this, but if you have to, it's possible to revive an account anytime. I took a month off because I had a dirt bike accident. And then when I came back, this is when I actually found the template to create content in a very fast fashion. And that's where I grew in November by 300,000.
And then what's that template, if you don't mind me asking, just like maybe an idea for everybody?
So maybe some of them will know. So I always start the videos 2.5 to 3 seconds where I'm replying to a comment. So that's one thing that is interesting, and I think it's it's a tip that anybody should apply, is when you see content or comments that applies to your content, use them. So what I do is I use the comments, which are user generated. I don't even think about my stuff. I don't anymore. Like I just pick comments.
Right.
I read the comment out loud and I say, you got it. So that's the catchphrase. And then after that, I just explain 10 seconds, somewhere around anywhere between 10 to 15 seconds about how to do the comment that was mentioned. Like, for example, if it's like how to reply to comments via video, I'll explain pointing to my telephone how do I do it. And then at the end, call to action. Every single time, call to action, follow and share. If you found that was useful, follow and share every single time, 2 seconds. That's it.
I love it. So I love that you, number one, have a template. You have kind of like a vision, like, here's the kind of videos that I make, right? Mostly TikTok tutorial videos, right? That's pretty much your niche. And then, you're simply responding to questions, right? And you're like, hey, great question. I'm going to turn that into a quick TikTok video. And then what'll happen is you'll get new questions on that new video that you can then respond to. And you have the same intro, the same CTA, call to action. And it's just so simple, right? Now, it didn't start out that way, but over time you figured out what worked for you, created a schedule, figured out the kind of content you wanted to create. And I think all of us can get value from this because, just like anybody else getting started on the platform, right? You downloaded the app, no plan, and just like, hey, let me try this out. Let me see what I can turn this into. Yeah. And, eventually it gets to the point where, number one, you can actually get paid by TikTok if you build a big enough following, get enough views, right? You can obviously have a side hustle, have your network marketing business. Like there's so many other ways to monetize. And I'm excited for you all to hear from Jen Acosta because she has multiple income streams and you can kind of hear how she started creating her content. But I want to make sure everybody follows you in case people tune out early. What is your username, Johnny?
Johnny Blue Eyes on all platforms. Instagram, TikTok.
Johnny with 1 N, correct?
That is correct.
Yep. So there you go. So when you say right there, where?
Maybe her name.
Oh, just using his name. Yeah, okay, got it. I thought the handle was on there.
There you go.
So there you go, Johnny Blue. And here's the thing. You can look him up and it'll probably pop right up. It'll probably be one of the first things that pops up. Johnny, even if you misspell it, you guys will be okay. It'll probably pop right up in your search. What were you going to say?
Do one more thing before, because maybe some of you are not yet on the platform or you're just starting. I think if I had to restart, one of the things that I would do, and you might not know what I'm about to tell you, so write it down, do duets and stitch. You need to get 1,000 followers the fastest as possible. If you don't create a business account, go to 1,000 followers as fast as possible because this unlocks 2 things, which are really good for business. Going live, which are going to increase your close ratio, tremendously. People will get to know you personally, and you'll be able to close business right there and then. And then also, you're going to be able to include your link in the bio. So 1,000 followers quickly, duets and stitch. That's it.
Everybody, write that one down. That was a really good tip. You do need to get to 1,000 followers ASAP. And I love that advice. You can go live. You can put the link in your bio. Thank you, Johnny. You are the man. And if you hang out a little longer, we might come back to Q&A. But no matter what, man, I really appreciate you hopping on today. Thank you. Awesome. What's up, Jen? Let's see if we can unmute her right here. Did it work? Why can't we hear her?
No.
We see you talking, but we can't hear anything.
Jen, can you check your settings, like below the video you did, where you click on the cam and mic? You already did that?
Why would it not work?
Wow, that's right, because it's on her end. So it could be that your computer, it's just blocking the speech.
Can't unmute your guest. Their mic isn't connected.
Yeah, your mic is not connected. Can you put your headphones in?
It'll be worth the wait, y'all. I promise. Jen is the bomb.com.
Maggie says no.
It's still muted though. Look, it says can't unmute your guest. Their mic.
Oh, she figured it out. Okay, good. All right, baby.
Is she on Bluetooth? I don't know.
She's tuning in from somewhere else.
So should I add this one?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard you.
Do we get it?
Yes. How do we get rid of the other one? Okay, there we go.
Is that good?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Success.
oh my
All
gosh.
right.
I'm all blown out. Sorry about this, you guys. I can't get this lighting right.
Oh, it's okay. Hopefully we can hear you loud and clear. Can you all hear Jen Acosta? Let us know in the comments. Smash that heart button if you're excited, because Jen is another one that has been very consistent on the TikTok. She is crushing it. And if you didn't hear before, she's got some videos that have gotten millions of views, 10,000 plus comments, hundreds of thousands of likes and shares and all the things. And she's one of those people that started on TikTok back in 2019-ish, right, Jen?
Something like yeah.
But you were consistent. Like you never stopped. A lot of people kind of got on and got off. We were included in that group. You stayed on and you kept showing up, having fun, mixing it up, and really just finding so many ways to weave in your content, weave in your messaging, weave in your story. And I just think you're doing such a great job. So I'm excited to have you on.
Thank you. Me too. And I stayed on because I was spying on my children. That's why.
Oh, that's great. Especially that age, right? It's like that age is, yeah, the preteen, teenage, age demographic is definitely all about the tick to the talk. And what's really cool too is as your kids grow up, you're so excited you captured those moments, those videos, recorded all that, because kids don't want to have anything to do with Facebook or Instagram, especially with their parents. But the TikTok is different for sure.
Yes, exactly. And I wanted to show you guys, if I can just start right in. So look at these leggings, right? And then this, and then this, and this. I want you to know I buy so much from TikTok, like so much. And people are going and they're spending money there.
Right.
So I wanted to, my daughter loads up our Amazon cart with leggings and all these things she's seeing by people sharing things they love on TikTok. So don't ever think this is a dancing platform. This is a hot place to build your business and share things that you love that are working for you. So,
amen. Well, it's crazy. They say like 50% of the users are now over the age of 35. Right. And it's crazy because, people can literally become like TikTok famous. They can become influencers, even if they've never had an influence before. And I think I heard Gary Vee was the one that I think I heard him say, you either have to be the best on a platform or one of the first. And right now, the timing on TikTok is still really great because there's a ton of marketers that are not on TikTok. So being on that platform makes sense, building influence, showing up consistently. And it's interesting how people are skeptical of like making money online. Meanwhile, we all shop and spend money online. Just like you mentioned, all the things you've bought, a lot of that was from TikTok. It just makes sense. So anyway, Jen, I would love for you to start off with maybe talking about what that platform has done for your various businesses, what it's looked like for you over the last year, and really some of your best tips. I think everybody will get a ton of value from that. Smash the heart button if you guys are excited to hear from Jen.
Yeah, thank you. So obviously you talked about some of the stats, right, of some of the sales I've made, and I'm a coach as well, and so I have some digital products, and I've just sold a bunch of those and one-on-one coaching, group coaching. So there's a lot of sales happening over there. So for me, I also got on the platform, not to build my business, but my kids who are 15 and 13, they were talking all about TikTok, right? And so I wanted to, I don't know, John went somewhere, but I'll just keep going. So I wanted to see what they were seeing. I wanted to know what they were looking at so we can talk about it, and then we started to do them together, which was also kind of a fun thing, like family memories, and now they refuse to be on a video with me. So that's changed. Now they're too cool. But it's just a place where, again, it's not just about dancing. So I've had 2 videos, like John said. One did over 1 million views. The second one, which was just over a week ago, is now at 2.5 million, 12,000 comments, and over 700,000 likes. And it's still growing. Every day I go on there and there's more. Now, I had no makeup, no lighting, no plan. I literally was talking about an experience I had. And all of a sudden it just blew up. And then what happens is, John, is those people see videos, and if they resonate or they're curious about you, then they go back, and all of a sudden all my other videos got so many more views. And then some of the ones I've done about products and some stuff people started asking in those videos about products. So it really is like, you just never know. But it's not just dancing, and it's not just, beautiful people doing certain things. It's really people that are being real and genuine.
Right. And, it's interesting too, because, when you follow someone, those of you that get on the platform, you'll notice this. When you start following someone, you'll then see some of their older videos.
Right.
And again, you got to think about, and actually, Facebook used to be like that. I could go back and like or engage on an old post, and it would put it back in the news feed. So over time, Facebook matured, Instagram matured, and that just doesn't happen like it used to. But you're right, Jen. That's the thing. You could have like 10, 15, 20 videos in a row, and they do okay. Maybe they don't even do well at all, right? But then you have one video go viral, and it like blows up all your previous videos because now people are checking you out, and you can connect your Instagram. For those of you that are on TikTok, make sure you have your Instagram connected to your TikTok so people can then connect with you there as well. Like I remember when I had that one video that I mentioned in the beginning that absolutely blew up. In the very, very beginning, as my daughter, thousands and thousands and thousands of comments, thousands and thousands of leads. It blew up my Instagram. It blew up my Instagram inbox, right? We were pushing people over to Facebook. And I will tell you this, one of the things that I do recommend all of you do, and this just makes sense anytime you're on any platform, right, is to if you capture a lead somewhere, you want to then build that relationship, right? You want to, build a deeper connection with the person. Just because they ask for information, you don't just respond with your link and then move on. Like try to get that person off of TikTok and get them onto Facebook, especially for those of you that are using the ATM system. You can then friend those people up, add them to your groups, and don't be afraid to be proactive too. Like I literally, when I have downtime, like I'll proactively reach out to my new followers. I'll reach out to people that are engaging on my TikToks or on any social posts I do. If people are watching, engaging, commenting, liking, sharing, I'm building that relationship in Messenger. I'm reaching out to them. But the thing that's so cool, and this is something that I think all of us need to appreciate, is that, back in the day when you had like a top earner in your company, you didn't really know what they were doing. You had no idea what they were doing on a day-to-day basis. But now you can follow Jen Acosta, right? You can follow Jen Goodall. You can follow Johnny Blue Eyes. You can see exactly what they're doing. Not only can you see what they're posting, you can see how they're responding and engaging in the comments. Like, how great is it that it's no longer a mystery what these top performers are doing,
Right.
especially those that are using social media, right? It's not a secret. This isn't like unknown information. What does John and Nadya do? Y'all know what we do if you follow us. So, Jen, what would you tell someone that's wanting to identify their brand, their niche, like what kind of TikTok videos they should do? What would you tell someone that's trying to get that clarity and figure out who they want to be on TikTok?
Well, I think it's a place where you can really, go on and be you. And I know that sounds cliche, but I think it's really true over there. Whereas Instagram to me is this curated perfectness, whereas TikTok, I mean, some of the people I follow that I really resonate with, it's, they don't have their hair done all the time. They literally press go and they just speak and they share, and so I would just say, think about if you're in business, and obviously if you're watching this, you probably are. Who do you want to talk to? You said it. I wrote it down. What was that thing you said? What's your solution?
Yeah, PSR,
right.
Problem, solution, result.
Right. Exactly. So speak to what it is that you solve, right? What is your solution to what their pain is. And I think naturally through, I loved Johnny's thing about stitching and duets. Those are huge. Hashtags really help. Is what I'm finding. And then also sometimes I use it as a bit of a vlog, like just in my car, where I would do, and I wouldn't post it to my Facebook feed, but I'd put it in my story. I would make a TikTok like that. Like, hey, just sitting here, had this thought, wanted to share. Some of those, it was like, oh my God, this is exactly what I needed to hear. And so it really is a place where you can be, it's definitely more forgiving than Instagram. And so, so I just say, go out and, I wanted to share real quick, someone on my team, Vera. Hey, Vera, I'm sure she's watching. Now, she doesn't have many followers. She's only used it a few times. She did this thing on a video where she took a jar, like a pickle jar, and she showed where she turned it over, popped it on the counter just gently, and then turned it back over, twisted, and popped it. And it was like, I have been struggling for ages to open jars. And there you go. And it blew up. Like, people were like, oh my God, this is amazing. So things like that, the simplest things sometimes are exactly and she got followers from that and all, and now she's in conversation. So it's like just the simple things I think make such a difference for people.
Yeah. And it's so funny too, because somebody might say, well, how does that help me with my business? And it's like, you got to understand that you're building social equity. Every time you put out a piece of content, you're building that know, like, and trust. And the easiest people for you to attract are people that you relate to. So when you start showing up, sharing your tips, your stories, I mean, it's the same stuff we've been teaching for years. It's just the difference is you got to be very concise. You got 1 minute max.
Yeah.
And that's the challenge, right? It's like, how can I squeeze in my best stuff in 15 seconds, 30 seconds? And ideally, if you can keep it under 30 seconds, because then you can repurpose it for reels on Instagram. But, you got to keep it under a minute, right? But you don't have to squeeze everything in 1 minute or 30 seconds. You could have part 1, part 2, part 3, right? Follow me for part 2. Follow me for part 3. There's so many ways you could do it. And I think the thing for us that we had to get clarity on is, number one, what did we like? So if you're taking notes, write this down. Follow 5, 10, 15 people that you like. Maybe it's Jen Acosta, Jen Goodall, and Johnny Blue Eyes, right? And John and Nadya Melton, of course, right? You start following us and you see what we're posting and you go, I like that. And look, you're not copying, you're modeling, right? Now, I always like the joke, like, if you're going to be a copycat, copy the right cat. But, find and identify people that you resonate with. You like their style, their personality, the content they create, and just say, you know what? I'm going to create my own version of this. And by the way, that's TikTok's MO. Like that's the whole thing with that platform. You don't need to be as creative as you think. Now, if you wanted to be creative, you could be creative in the sense that like you're taking like a funny trend or a trending song or whatever, and you do your own version of what those lyrics mean to you. Or you could have like I remember there was this funny trend going around where women would record their husband and the woman would be saying, damn. Or you ever look at your husband and say, damn, I could have done so much better. And the husband's like, what the heck? Right. So it's a funny trend that went viral. But then I did one where I said, damn, recording Nadya, I could have done so much worse. Right. So I did my own version of that. Now, to be truthful, that wasn't like some crazy viral video, but I'm just giving you a simple example of how you could say, hey, that's funny. Hey, that's trending, but let me put my own twist on it. And you'll be surprised by how well some of those videos do. And I always get people that are like, well, what's your definition of viral? And I think we all have a different definition, right? If you talk to like my kids, their definition of viral is like millions of views and comments and likes and all these things. But to me, it's just, are you generating leads? Are you getting in front of people that don't know you? Look, if you get a video that just gets 900 views and most of your videos get 100, that could be a viral video. That could be the start to a viral video. Like Johnny's definition of a viral video is probably different than what it was a year ago. Does that make sense? Same with Jen and Jen. And I'll tell you this too, and this is why it's so important for you to engage in the comments and pay attention to comments and even respond to comments with a new TikTok video, because the first thing my kids do, and this is what a lot of people do, including me at this point, when I see a trending video or a funny video or something that's like different, it's unusual, guess what we do? Guess the first thing most of us do? We read the comments. We go right into the comments. So knowing that to be true, you could also, and this is what's crazy, you could actually have one of your videos go viral from another viral video because you're responding to questions and comments with a new video. It's just these little things you'll figure out by simply playing with it and being very, very proactive on the platform. And I would like to ask you, Jen, if you were coaching somebody that's like, all right, I get it. I'm sold, y'all. I'm ready to build my business. I'm ready to use it more often. How many times a day should they try to post on TikTok to start creating some traction? And maybe you could share with us how often you post on TikTok. Like what's kind of like your mindset when it comes to that?
Yeah, well, good question. I mean, it depends on obviously the time that I have, because I also know that we can get very lost in doing all these videos and And really, when we're running a business, we need to run the back end of it. We need to have the money coming in and, focus on the income producing activities, as John would say. So, it depends on how much time you have, but I would say at least a video a day. I'm no TikTok expert, but that's what I've been doing, a video a day. And then I love what you said. I've started to now, like I'll ask questions in the comments. So like John said, when you're asking a question in the comments, what happens is as you're commenting, your video is running over and over and over. So when people are answering you, your video's going. And that's just telling the algorithm, oh, this person is rewatching or they're liking it. So if you get a conversation going in your comments, that could, it just makes it go out more. So like you said, and I didn't realize, like, I didn't know, John. Nobody told me the party is in the comments, man. I'm like, my kids always go to the comments. I'm like, why? But then I realized, like, oh my, and that video, John, that has 2.5 million. I mean, there's like literally 96 comments on comments on comments. I'm like, how do you people follow this thread? I don't know.
Yeah, it takes on a life of its own. Like some of our most viral videos are a little controversial. People are arguing in the comments and we just ignored it after a while. We're just like, whatever. They're all talking amongst each other. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
And the thing is too, because I know some people are going to be overwhelmed with the idea of posting once a day, but the truth is, Johnny mentioned this, I talked about this, but you can batch content. So you could record like 10 TikToks on a Friday afternoon or a Saturday, whatever. And we call it batching content, meaning you record a bunch of videos in one day and then you save them. Write this down. You can save them into your drafts so that they're sitting there ready for you to edit and post them later on. All right. So it's really a cool strategy where you don't have to like record it and post it like on an Instagram story or whatever. And
yes, I'm sorry I didn't make that clear, John. That's what I meant. So I spend like an hour making a bunch of videos. I'm done. And then every day I'll release one.
Right. So smart and so simple. And that's the thing. It's like you don't have to like do them at that exact moment. Right. And the other thing too is, and I've seen some people ask this, do you hide the name of the product that you're marketing, right? Your network marketing product, like, because I know some people, they say, hey, text this number, get info, or they say, go to the link in the bio. What's your, 2 cents on that?
Yeah, I mean, I generally do because I was taught by some classy people. And, I mean, I feel personally for my courses and my products, I don't want people to just buy. I want to actually educate them so they're coming back to the product so they know what they're getting and why and what to look for. I want a little bit of a relationship. And that doesn't mean that I have to have these long conversations, but I want that it's a personal choice of mine. I want to know my customers a little bit so then I can help them with their goals. And so for me, I don't say it on TikTok, and I do my best to bring them to, I will have a link tree or have something in your bio that they can find you right on Facebook or right on Instagram, and then you talk there.
Right. And what's cool too is you could also have like, to get more details on my belly blaster that tastes like brownie batter, shoot me a text message, and then you have like a project broadcast cell number, or you just simply say, shoot me a message. Now, also, those of you taking notes, write this down, change the settings. You're going to have to go into your settings to change the fact that anyone can message you. You want that ability for anyone to message you, because there is like this fickle thing. You can't like message people. If you say, I want information, you literally can't just message them. I think it's like you have to be following them or you have to be following each other. But you could say, you can respond to their comment. And I know for some of us, it's like tough to like not have full control and like wait for someone to message you. But my mindset is if I say, hey, if you want details, shoot me a message, and they don't message me, next. Like, I'm not going to get stressed about it. I see sometimes people are like, well, I had 10 people comment that they were interested and I didn't hear from any of them. And it's like, okay, well, it is what it is. If you want to add the link to your bio, right? Once you have 1,000 followers, you could certainly do that. It's just the problem is then people can easily figure out what you're selling. But on the flip side, some of the top sellers on our team, that is what they do. They have their link in their link tree or milkshake bio. So you have to figure out what works for you. The one thing I'll always say is hiding the name of the company intentionally is a good idea, because if you don't hide the name of the company, now again, I got people on my team, they don't hide the name. They say the name, they're very open about it. The only problem is then people can go to Google, they can look the product up, buy it from somebody else, buy it from the company, and you don't get that sale. So I wouldn't say there's like this definite one way to do it. You got to figure out what works best for you. And I think at the end of the day, if you build the know, like, and trust, and you're showing up consistently, people are going to be more likely to buy it from you. But on the flip side, the danger is if you're like, I work with ABC company, this is an ABC product, right? There is that likelihood that you're going to push some traffic to, the website, to the company directly, and you're not going to get those leads. I will say this though, TikTok people, just in general, are sometimes a little feisty if you don't give them the information straight up. So that's a thing too. So you got to figure out what works for you. Sometimes I get frustrated when I see trainers or, people coaching people on like this one way to do things, because I know people that are crushing it in so many different ways that I can't sit here and say there's just this one way. I can tell you the way I like doing it, but to say that that's the only way is just silly.
Yeah.
Jen, any final thoughts? I know we've had you here for a while. I so appreciate you. Any other thoughts you'd like to share with everyone? Because I'm just so proud of what you've created over there, and I think it's amazing.
Thank you. The only other thing, and this is also to remind me So, you know, I always like to look at who do I follow, and what you know, do I want to see, or what I notice the trends that I'm watching, I guess is what I want to say. And I realize that I follow people. This is so obvious, John, but I follow people when they tell me to follow them. Like, go figure. So what I'm saying is, right at the end of, even if it's a second long or something, click the link, you know, click the plus, or follow for more, or follow and let's do this together, or follow to get healthy, or follow. So literally, I found more than ever over there, you know, there's some crazy people, but that's anywhere. But people want to be led on TikTok. They want to be told what to do. They want leaders over there. Like, I have so many videos who are like, but how? But tell me why. And what do I do now? I can't answer all that, but I notice that they're hungry for leadership. So tell your people what to do. If you want them to follow you, tell them, follow me. If you want them to message you, hey, message me, put the like button or whatever. So literally tell them. And I forget that too. But
right. It's so smart too. Like, follow, like, share. If you like this information, you know, feel free to message me if you would like the PDF that I refer to. Feel free to message me if you have questions about this. Feel free to message me if you'd like to join our private Facebook community. You know, there's so many ways to get people to reach out to you, but we have to tell them, right? Give them that call to action. I think so often we're afraid to tell people to message us, or we're afraid to say, hey, follow back for more training like this. And it's such a simple thing, but that's such a good point, right? Someone says, follow me. You're like, all right, I'll follow you. Yeah, great tip. I love it. But it's important. I think, you know, back in the day when we started doing videos and uploading them onto Facebook, it was all about having a call to action, right? And then later on, you know, to build our email list, build our Facebook community. That was like the big thing, right? Build your email list, build a community. And then I think over time, we sometimes get away from the basics. We get away from starting off with a hook, with a question. We get away from introducing ourselves, because our mind sometimes thinks like, oh, well, everybody already knows me. Not true. We have new people that get on our videos every single day. Even on Facebook, we still have new people. In fact, how many of you are seeing us for the first time? Drop the word new. Oh, and also, Jen, people keep asking for your username. I want to make sure I don't forget that.
Yes. So it's at coach_Jen_111.
There you go. And maybe someone can drop. Oh, actually, Bem just dropped it in the comments.
Thank you, Bem.
Bem, we have the best team. You are the bomb diggity. So y'all take a screenshot of that. That is Jen Acosta's username on the tick to the talk. Jen, I appreciate you. You're amazing. You're the bomb diggity.
Thank you so much. This was so fun.
Of course. All right. So Jen Goodall, Johnny Blue Eyes, I'm going to bring you up. I'm just going to bring everybody on the screen at the same time. Let me see if I can do that. If you guys have any final tips, am I able to bring on everybody? Where's Nadya when you need her? It doesn't look like I can bring on everybody. Dude. Oh, hey. Oh. Here we go. All right. Okay. So let's do some rapid fire. Number one, Johnny and Jen Goodall. Did you hear anything that was like, oh, I got to mention this? Was there anything where like something we talked about, a question, anything that you wanted to elaborate on? If yes, unmute and say your stuff. And then guys, if you have questions, drop them in the comments. We're going to do a rapid fire, try to answer some questions, and we'll wrap this up.
I'll go first since I'm unmuted. Okay.
Let's hear it.
I think it was you, John, that said that is like, have fun. A lot of people forget that, hey, this TikTok thing is about having fun primary. So, you know, I'm working very closely with some luxury real estate agents, and I'm like, use TikTok to show your real personality. Like you're so focused on your business on other social platform. Why don't you just show a little bit of your personality? And a lot of them have like, they're really funny. So I'm like, just have fun.
Right. No, I love that. Actually, one of my buddies that started using TikTok, and then he of course posts them on Reels. Dude, he's hilarious. And his videos, not all of them, but some of them have absolutely blown up because he's just being himself. He's being goofy. He's having fun. And he'll like, you know, be in one of the homes that he's selling, right? But he's like saying how you can fix up your house so that you'll get better, appraised value, or giving tips if you're remodeling your kitchen, but he does it in a fun way. So that's a really great tip. Jen, did you want to say anything, Jen Goodall?
Yeah, I think one thing that really helped me was using hashtags. So sometimes people think if you use lots of hashtags, your video will be seen by more people. And it's actually not true. The algorithm is designed to basically just show your video initially to a small subset of people. If that small subset responds in a positive way, so if they are liking, commenting, sharing, watching the video in full, and also watching multiple times, there's all kinds of things that the algorithm likes. If those things are happening, then TikTok goes, oh, check, people like it. Let's send it to a bigger group. And then it will literally go through that same process again, and then a bigger group and a bigger group. So I don't want people to think hashtags are going to help me get in front of more people. But what hashtags do is it helps you niche and find your audience. And I think that's been the biggest aha for me is I'm using different hashtags, but hashtags that I believe my target audience will be interested in. And Smart. If you do that, you're going to have more people watching who actually want to see your content. So you're going to get a better response. Like if I were to use, I sell a collagen product. So if I were to use, makeup instead of collagen, well, makeup might actually work. But if I were using garden tools and had a collagen video, people will be like, I'm following for garden tools. Why are you showing me collagen? This is not relevant. And then the haters start to come out, right? So I like to use very specific niche down hashtags, and also ones that have maybe less than 4 or 5 million, because I find those are the ones that work best. And then you want to drive people to comment, and then so I don't actually like to use, I used to use a call to action in my videos, text the word collagen to this phone number. And I had it set up on Project Broadcast or something like that texting app. But actually I rather send them to the comments, and then I respond in the comments and I say, click the link in my bio, because now I don't even have to talk to the people. They just buy straight from me. After they've purchased, my customer service is I add them to Project Broadcast, and then I nurture that relationship. Thank you so much for purchasing. I'm Jen, save my number so that you have me in case you have questions, etc. And the repeat purchases are incredible. If you buy something off of TikTok or Instagram, you're not expecting to get a text from somebody saying, hey, right. Thank you, here's some tips. If you need my support, I'm here. So I find that's a really, really great tip as well.
No, I love that. I think that's super smart. And it's funny too, because I had someone earlier well, how are you recruiting if you're promoting products? And it's some of the easiest people to recruit are people that start off as happy customers, right? And they have a great experience on the products. So I love that you mentioned that. I think that's so huge. And, it's interesting too, because again, you play with it, right? You figure out what works for you. And I think, having sales on autopilot, you can't beat that. That's money in the bank. And here's the thing. If you don't say the name of the product, but your link is in your bio and you say, hey, go to the link in the bio, and they click on it, once they're down that rabbit hole and they're now clicking on the link and looking up the product, buying the product, at that point, they're probably less likely to go Google it and find it elsewhere. But at least you didn't say the name of it. You just gave them enough information. Maybe you have a nickname, right? Like I said, Belly Blaster that tastes like brownie batter. You're like, that sounds delicious. What is it? Click on the link in the bio, right? And you might have questions and people commenting. Go respond to those comments. Sometimes it's as simple as engaging with the people that are engaging with you. It's fascinating how sometimes we forget this. It's oh, that video didn't do very well. And I'm like, dude, you got 6 comments. And they're like, yeah, I know, it's only 6 comments. I'm like, you responded to none of the 6. What's up with that? Those are 6 people that said something. At least acknowledge the ones that are engaging at least. Hello. Right? Anyway, so Facebook user, I can't see what your name is, but you said, where does your link go to a website, Facebook? Can someone please explain? It depends. Where do you want that lead to go? Jen Goodall, I believe you have them go direct to the link to buy, right?
I have actually, so I was using Linktree which allows you multiple links, right? And if you click that link in my bio, you'll see I don't use Linktree anymore because actually there's a glitch with Linktree and TikTok. So it's actually been giving people a warning when they click on that link, and they have to pass through the warning in order to get to your Linktree. So I kibosh Linktree, but I use Milkshake. There's a whole bunch of different ones. But essentially, if you click that, you can see I have like this particular collagen product for the US. And then here's the link for Canada. Because when I look at my audience, I see 80% of my audience is US and about 20% is Canada. So I have specifically put those 2 direct links to those products for those countries just to make it really, really user-friendly and simple.
Right. I love that.
People. Yeah.
And then I know, Jen Acosta, I think you have people, they can like message you on Facebook Messenger, like you attach that to your link, correct?
Yes, that's why I have that there. And Instagram.
Right. And Instagram. So there you go. So it depends. Like, I know we have a lot of people from different network marketing companies that are tuned in. So you could have people reach out to you for details. You could have them text message you. You could have them inbox you right on TikTok. The problem with them messaging you on TikTok is the links aren't clickable, but you could say, hey, copy this link, copy and paste this link. And you can go to my website. So there's some different things you can test out. I also saw someone come through. Brittany said, what is their TikTok usernames? I want to follow y'all. They did provide that. Maybe Bem, if you could respond. I think Bem did respond. Yes, she did respond to you. Question. Terry Hopkins says, do you ever recommend deleting your profile and starting over if you've been on TikTok for a while and aren't seeing growth or want to change what you share? Or is that a bad idea? I'll let Jen answer that, but I'll say this, Terry, you can always set up another account. Like you can literally have 2 accounts you're managing. So I have the John and Nadya Melton account that Nadya and I decided as a couple that we were going to do it together just because it's less work. Right? Like she's really smart with creating TikToks. We do them together. I'm probably the one that's going to do more of the engagement in the comments and responding to messages. Plus we have our team, our virtual team. They help out with a lot of that as well. With, just responding to comments and messages. But I also have my John Melton TikTok that I never post on, but I can pull up that account through like when I pull up my TikTok, it lets me manage both. Same thing with Instagram. So you could always just start another account that's attached to your primary account, like you have to log in and log out. Does that make sense, Terry? Hopefully. And Jen, I don't know if you have any opinion on that.
I don't know if there's any benefit to starting a new account, because here's the thing. Every video you post is really going to be seen by a whole new audience anyway. So I don't think your history really has anything to do with the video you're going to share next. I saw some people complaining saying like my followers don't even see my video in their For You page. So I don't even know how much advantage there is to following someone. Sometimes their video will come up in it'll come up in your follow me page, but I don't actually look at my following page. I look at my For You page. And the people I'm following may or may not even show up in there. Right. So I would just think like each video you post is very much a unique video. You're going to reach a whole new audience, use those hashtags to niche down, but I don't think it's beneficial to start over really. And the other thing, what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, never delete a video. I think that's a bad move. The algorithm does not like that. So if you don't want a video to be public, just change the setting to private, but don't delete it. I've had people who were on fire. They were getting all kinds of views, selling all kinds of product, getting people interested in the business. And then they deleted a video that had been reported and their algorithm really went to poop for about 2 weeks after that.
And I also think when you start following different accounts, it does kind of help TikTok acknowledge like who you are, what you're into, and they'll probably try to put your content in front of people that would be into that same stuff. Like when I look at my son's TikTok, the For You page, sometimes people are like, what's the For You page? When you log in, the first video you see, and then you start swiping, that's the For You. And you can see that you can also go to your followers. But I agree, most people are on the For You page. I would say 20%, maybe 10% of the videos I see in my For You page are people that I'm already following. But in general, it's a lot of people that I don't know. It's videos that have just done well. But if I go to my son's TikTok or my daughter's TikTok, like they have a totally different type of person that they're seeing on their For You page, right? It's the most advanced algorithm in all of social media. It's like this AI super advanced, like it can read your mind basically and know what you like and what you don't like. So, you know, when you're older, you're going to see probably older people. Or if you're couples, you're going to see more couples. If you're, you know, in China, you're going to see more, you know, Chinese people than if you're in Canada, you'll probably see more Canadians. Does that make sense? Like it'll start to like figure out who you are and what you're into. And I'll say this, if someone feels like, you know, I've been on TikTok for a little while, like it's just, I'm doing horrible. I have seen my kids, like amongst themselves, they've talked about like starting a whole new account because, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I do have a theory that TikTok wants people to get addicted. And when you start a new account or you start posting again for the first time in a while, it's like they want to hook you, right? They want you to be addicted to it. So they actually help some of your stuff go viral in the beginning so that you blow up and you become addicted to it. And then it's harder to go viral later. I could be wrong, but this is just my hypothesis. All right. I think a brand new account has a huge advantage and can get more traction right out of the gate. Or if you just haven't posted in a while and you come back because they want you, right? It's look, all these platforms are businesses. And how do they make money? From advertisements, right? They make money for, you know, the purpose of more people getting their attention. And it's what you want to call TOP, time on platform. So the more time on the platform, the better it is for their business model to be worth more and make more money because more people are spending more time on said platform. Does that make sense to everybody? So they want users to have a good experience. And if you're showing up with value, you're going to be discovered over there. Now, that's the one thing that sucks about social media in the sense that if you suck at creating content and your stuff isn't interesting, it's not empowering, it's not hilarious or whatever, like it's not shareable content, it is going to be a lot harder to be discovered. But the good news is you can get better. You're watching a training just like this, right? I wish there was trainings like this when I first got on TikTok. There just weren't. Now, with that being said, it's still a skill set that you're developing. So even if you fall flat on TikTok and you struggle for weeks and months, you're learning a new strategy that you can then take to other platforms, number one. Number two, I've had videos that have not done well on TikTok do very well on Facebook and Instagram. So don't always just create, like I heard, I think it was Chalene Johnson said one time, don't be a tryhard. Like don't try so hard that it comes across as fake or desperate. And that's, by the way, with all social platforms. That's for anyone in business. That's dating advice. That's life advice, right? Like I want you to try hard in the sense that you're competitive and you're working hard, but don't be fake. Does everybody get that? Hopefully that makes some sense. I know Jen Acosta is all about authenticity. Jen Goodall has been sharing her story and just being, you know, real and genuine with people. I think it's so important. Nate says, Ray Higdon said we might be able to use a Google page for free. Not sure. Oh, you're in regards to Linktree. Yeah. I mean, look, just test it out. You know, I think Milkshake is what Jen Goodall recommended. I've only seen it on TikTok. Even when I click on my own link, instant Facebook, don't show the warning. Yeah, Liz, that's possible. Maybe just Linktree and TikTok are having issues, but you could always try one of these other suggestions. Yeah. I heard going live after you post can help too. Yes, Terry, that is true. When we first started posting our TikToks, we would go live right away, and it would definitely help bump those TikTok videos for sure. Great point.
Another tip is to get off the app right after you post, because the algorithm is designed to pull you back in. So it's going to keep getting people to view and then comment so that it sends you notifications like, come back, look, people are commenting, look, people are viewing. So that's actually a good little strategy to try too.
No, that's good. It's always funny when you see those videos where the person's like, I posted a TikTok last night. I came back the next day. Y'all, it went viral. I had 4 views, 1 comment. So funny. And Norbert says, should it be a personal account or a Creator Pro? I recommend Creator Pro. Jen and Jen, what are your suggestions on that?
I'm not a pro at this question. I actually have a business account, but I find a lot of the music isn't available with a business account. So I don't know. What do you think, Jen?
Yeah, I also did the business because, I had, and I don't know if this is true, there's a lot of, we don't know exactly, but because my daughter signed me up, there's some creator fund, right? You could get paid per whatever. And what we heard is that they push you out less. And so I want to get more reach to reach more people rather than make, $1 of view or whatever whatever it was, a penny a view. So I think just like you said, the business for me that's what I do.
Yeah. Mine's the Creator Pro. I like being able to see the analytics too, but it's like I said earlier, it's like you're going to get 5 different answers from 5 different people because there's pros and cons, right? There's pros and cons of the creator account versus just a regular account. There's pros and cons to having, people text message you or, hey, inbox me, or being more, obvious, like, hey, this is the name of the company. This is the product. This is what it's done for me. Click on the link in my bio and you can actually get more information and even save money on your first order. Boom. Almost like affiliate have like the affiliate marketing mindset. And some people will be like, well, what's affiliate marketing? If you think about like, maybe you follow like a big fitness influencer and they're sharing like workout tips and, diets and recipes and, that sort of thing. And then they just promote like a workout machine, or, maybe they promote like a protein shake, right? Swipe up and, you can save 10% on your next order. Like that's affiliate marketing. And a lot of these big influencers, they get paid like one time. They don't even get paid affiliate commissions, or they only get paid affiliate commissions on the first order, where with network marketing, as we know, we get paid every month that customer orders are attached to us for life. So much better. But if you had that same mindset of like, I'm going to be 80 to 90% value, 10 to 20% of the time, I'm going to promote my products. I'm going to monetize, but I'm going to do it in an authentic way. I'm going to do it in a value way. I'm not going to just, pitch and sell all. Look, the people that typically struggle with online sales are people that either sell and pitch all the time or they never do. Right? That's just the way it goes. So it's more important to focus on value and how you can help people, whether you entertain them, empower them, educate them, right? Figure out how you can make an impact, how you can make a difference, and money will never be an issue. Like there's literally people that downloaded TikTok last year, and because of TikTok, they may never have to worry about money again because they have such a following, a loyal following, that even if TikTok got shut down, they have all these people now following them on YouTube or Instagram. Like they've literally created their own community. Their following loves them. And as long as you're not constantly selling and pitching, your audience will want to buy from you. They will want to get closer to you, learn from you, invest with you, whatever that looks like. Maybe it's in coaching. Maybe it's they partner up with you in your network marketing business, buy your product. You just have to focus on how can I make a difference? That needs to be the primary focus. Worry about the money later. I know some of us are like, I need to make money now. If you bring need to the marketplace, you're never going to have big success. The market does not respond to desperation and need. The marketplace responds to value, right? Why will people pay like the amount of money that someone would pay for a Burberry shirt, right? I'm trying to remember. I'm like, what kind of shirt is this, right? I'll pay more money for this because it's higher quality. It's better value. Now, someone else might say, I would never pay that much money for a shirt. That's fine. Your goal isn't to attract everybody. Like Jen and Jen, they're not trying to attract everybody. They know who they want to attract, who they want to talk to, who they want to serve. They have that avatar, that person in their mind that they're communicating with when they're recording their stuff. And I think that's where we have to really understand that this is not about selling everybody. This isn't about being a people pleaser. This is about how can I make a difference? How can I share my own unique perspective, my own unique story, my own unique personality on this platform? And some of you are going to blow up fast, and it's going to be mind-boggling how you did it. It's going to be like, what in the world happened? Like a couple videos went viral and you got 100,000 followers, 200,000 followers. And some of you, it's going to be more of a grind. It's going to be more uncomfortable. Some of you might realize, you know what? TikTok's not for me. And that's fine too. That's why there's Clubhouse and LinkedIn and all these other platforms like LinkedIn. People ask me all the time, what's up with LinkedIn? I'm like, I don't know. I don't like LinkedIn. They're like, but LinkedIn's awesome. I heard it was awesome. Yeah, I can tell you there's somebody crushing it on every platform. There are people crushing it on every platform. Otherwise, those platforms wouldn't exist. But you don't. Listen to me. You don't need to be on every platform. You really don't. Yes, we like TikTok. We love TikTok, actually. But I also realize that that's not for everybody, and I don't expect it to be. Like sometimes people tell me they're overwhelmed. Being overwhelmed is a choice. You're choosing to be overwhelmed. This is a choice. You don't have to be on all the platforms, but if you're like Jen Goodall or Jen Acosta and you're feeling like, you know what, I'm just not feeling it on Facebook, or I'm not really getting the results on Instagram like I used to. Let me go play with this new platform. And if nothing else, I'm going to learn something new. I'm going to meet some new people, and I'll take the content I create over here and I'll post it on my Facebook. I'll post it on my Instagram. We'll see what happens. And I think that's how most of us start out, is we're just testing the waters. And the thing that we started off with in the very beginning of this conversation today, Jen Goodall said it. She saw a woman that wasn't a big influencer, that was just showing up with value, answering questions, talking about her weight loss journey, sharing tips and advice, building community, building connections, promoting her products. Yes, but not in every single video. And even if she was a little more promotional and a little more aggressive in the promotion of her products, it was working. And if it's working, you keep doing it. If it's not working, you freaking pivot, right? You change, you make some adjustments along the way. And when you see someone sell 50,000 in product in 30 days, that's not a big influencer, that gets your attention. You realize, maybe I should share this with other people. And even if it's not for me, I feel obligated to share this with people because we have so many people winning and using that platform. So that's it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Were there any other questions that I missed? And also, Jen and Jen, thank you so much for hanging out. I know we've been on here for like an hour and a half. I'm sure we could talk for another hour and a half, but like we all have lives and families and stuff to do, but responsibilities.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. This person said, I heard if you try to sell products on a creator account, you will get in trouble. It needs to be a business account. Scared to test it, but music is definitely not so fun. I mean, I haven't heard that. I've seen people promoting on different types of accounts. No issues. Could things change? Sure. But I think, look, again, as long as you're leading with value, storytelling, and you're not, being an infomercial, you should be good. Where can we go with people who are off Facebook? Julie, I honestly have a tough time really working with anybody that doesn't have a Facebook. Just my opinion. Social media is the way we communicate and the way we build our teams. Let me answer one more question because I want to let these ladies go. I know they got other things going on.
Hey, John.
Ruby says, dumb question. How do I repost a video? My 11-year-old granddaughter didn't teach me that this past weekend. Ruby, you can actually save your videos and then just repost them on other platforms. Jen Acosta, want to say something?
I just wanted two quick things.
Yes.
You use titles. So I know Jen does this too. When you're going to post your video, there's a thing where you can choose the picture, the frame that it goes in. Click on that and use a title. What that does is it doesn't show up on the feed, but when somebody goes to your page, I love it. It just looks so clean and nice. You can write, your product, the name of the product, or inspiration, or motivation, or tip of the day, or whatever that is. So just start to use titles, and then your feed's going to start to look really nice. And then people can go and click on different things. So that's a really useful tip, is the using titles. And then also, I know we didn't talk much about it, but if we're really talking about growing on TikTok, go live. And you guys, Jen and I work with John, so we are pretty good at going live here on Facebook. But I'm telling you, I've been on some lives on TikTok, and I'm like, what are we doing here, people? What's happening, And so what I have found is when I show up and I give some value, people are like, whoa, awesome. Because some people just go on and hang out, which is fine. I don't really want to go and hang out. I want to give value. I want to talk to people. So I just wanted to put that out there too, is go live, just try it. Just try it and ignore the comments. If you need, have what you're sharing, share it, and then get off. It'll help boost your algorithm.
I love that. And I think you hit the nail on the head. You do see a lot of people, they go live and they're just like sitting there working and you're like, what's the point of it? And people are watching. That's the weird thing. But look, it's the same thing that we would teach you for Facebook Live or Instagram Live. Like, 3 tips to losing weight without starving yourself. 3 tips to make money online today. Like whatever, like share tips, share value, but have a purpose, have a beginning and an end. Now here's the one caveat. I'll let y'all know. You can't save your TikTok lives. Once it's over, it's gone. But again, it's a lot like making a TikTok, right? Like value first, entertainment, empowerment, educational. Is this shareable? Like, would someone want to share this? Would someone be like, wow, that was a great tip. Wow, that was great advice, right? That's what you want to think about when you're thinking about creating a piece of content, whether it's a live video, TikTok, whatever. A lot of times what we'll do, and actually we didn't do this today, surprisingly, but and that's because it was an interview, but a lot of times when we go live on one platform, we'll have a second phone set up for a live on Instagram or TikTok. So a lot of times I do my live videos on my business page on Facebook, but I'll simultaneously go live somewhere else with another phone, whether it's my other phone or Nadya's phone. So that's something to keep in mind. And listen, I still see questions coming in. I'm going to end this video now. I see our team is going through responding to comments. We're also going to change the description so that in the description of this video, it has a blog post that we composed for beginners. So it's a TikTok for beginners blog post where we literally go through with like every button mean done and every feature. So you can start creating TikTok. So I appreciate all of you. You're amazing. Jen and Jen, thank you so much. Johnny Blue Eyes, thanks for being on as well. Actually, Johnny's back on. Let's have Johnny say bye also. Johnny, thanks for being on, buddy. You are the man. You guys are amazing. And look,
sorry.
Oh, no, it's all good. Make sure you guys follow them. You're going to get phenomenal ideas, phenomenal inspiration from each of them. They all have their own unique way of providing value and showing up on the Tick to the Talk. And I think you're going to love it. And again, we'll see you. Hey, oh, by the way, next Money Monday, we got Chalene Johnson on. So make sure you are here with us next Money Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have the one, the only Chalene Johnson, which, by the way, she was one of the ones that actually got us onto TikTok. In fact, I would say she probably had the most influence on us originally downloading the app and finally getting on. We'd heard Gary Vee talk about it a lot, but when Chalene started hammering us, we're like, all right, 2 of our favorites are saying get on. We gonna get on it. So excited to have her on next Monday. Appreciate you all. God bless. Make it a great night. Happy Monday.
John, thank you so much for having us.
Yes. Johnny, Jen, you guys are amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye now.
Toodaloo.